This is my new keyboard, the one I now use every day and thoroughly enjoy, the YK75. Its main feature is that it's a mechanical keyboard with low-profile keys. Despite being mechanical, it's not noisy and the keys have a satisfying travel and smooth press. The keyboard looks absolutely stunning and is very comfortable to use while being budget-friendly. It works both wired and via Bluetooth. It's compatible with both Windows and macOS, and it even has backlighting. It's a great choice as your first mechanical keyboard and can easily replace the standard keyboard on your laptop. I believe this is one of the best keyboards for those who are just starting to explore mechanical keyboards. I hope this keyboard has piqued your interest, so let me tell you more about it. I bought this keyboard on AliExpress with free shipping. It cost about 40 euros. AliExpress had a pretty large selection of budget keyboards, but I wanted something special, aesthetically pleasing, and with low-key travel, as I've grown to very accustomed to Apple keyboards over the past 15 years. I eventually chose the low-profile mechanical YK75 with a rather interesting design. You can find the link to this keyboard in the description box. The package for this keyboard is standard. It comes in a sturdy and colorful box with a black case inside containing the keyboard. The keyboard itself is in a protective bag along with a short manual in English. The box also includes a nice braided USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable and a tool for removing and replacing keys. Before I discuss the main advantages of this keyboard, I need to touch on another important topic. Mechanical keyboards come in several sizes. Standard keyboards with a full numpad. This is the base option and includes 100% of the keys. All other keyboard sizes are based on this standard. The second most popular format is 80%. This type is slightly smaller and lacks the numeric keypad on the right. The most convenient size, if you don't need a numpad, is 75%. The extra keys on this format include only page down, page up, home and end. Finally, there is the 60%. These are very compact keyboards, without a function row on top, meaning there are no F1 to F12 keys. This type of keyboard is what my old 2017 MacBook Pro has. I've long wanted to try a 75% keyboard, as my laptop is always on a stand, making typing somewhat uncomfortable. Now let's get to the most exciting part, what makes this keyboard stand out and why it has become the best replacement for my standard MacBook keyboard. First, the build quality and materials of this keyboard are impressive. Despite being quite budget-friendly at 40 euros, it has a solid build, translucent plastic on the bottom and pleasant keycaps with bright color accents. It looks very aesthetic, stylish and tasteful. The back of the keyboard houses switches and a USB Type-C port, all neatly arranged. The most important thing is that it's a low-profile mechanical keyboard. Both the switches and keycaps are low-profile. They are slightly taller than a classic Apple keyboard, but personally, the long travel of standard switches on a typical mechanical keyboard doesn't suit me, so this low-profile option is ideal. This keyboard has another unique feature. It's fully adapted for MacBooks. What does this mean? On the back, it has thin rubber feet that allow you to place the keyboard on top of the standard MacBook keyboard. This way, I can use this keyboard instead of the default one. It might seem a bit odd to some, as it's simpler to use a stand and type on a keyboard in front of the laptop. But I tried this method and liked it. Now I sometimes use this keyboard by placing it directly over my MacBook keyboard. Another thing I love about this keyboard is the attention to detail. It has backlighting with a variety of effects, and there's also an additional light strip on the top that indicates connectivity and battery status. I think this is both beautiful and convenient. The included magnetic rubber feet help create a slightly steeper angle when flipped. They can be removed, flipped and reattached in just seconds. Now let's talk about the switches. When purchasing, you can choose between two types of switches, red or blue. The red switches are linear, very soft and quiet. These are the ones I have. The blue switches have a distinct click, perfect for ASMR or for annoying your coworkers at the office. I really like the soft sound of the keys on this keyboard. Let's compare how the YK75 sounds against the butterfly keyboard on the 2017 MacBook Pro and the scissor switch keyboard on the MacBook Pro with the M1 Pro chip. And before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. This helps me promote the channel. Also, you can click the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. By the way, you can become my sponsor on YouTube or Patreon. This is a unique opportunity to become part of our private community and gain access to exclusive content. I regularly share mockups, interesting fonts, wallpapers, and other useful design materials with my sponsors. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue. The more I delve into the world of mechanical keyboards, the more discoveries I make. For example, when creating a custom keyboard, you should definitely add silicon soundproofing. To do this, a liquid silicone layer is poured inside the case, which hardens, making the keyboard heavier and absorbing excess noise when typing. The springs inside the switches are usually lubricated with a special grease to make key presses softer and quieter. The YK75 doesn't have silicon soundproofing, but even so, I'm perfectly satisfied with this keyboard. It's quite pleasant and quiet, and the key presses are smooth and soft. I don't think the KY75 needs any modifications, it's already a fantastic product. Working with this keyboard, it's very comfortable for me. With the red switches, it's not too noisy, and the key presses are very soft and precise. The keyboard's construction makes it feel familiar, especially if you usually work on Apple keyboards or other laptops. I got used to it within just a couple of days, but the YK75 is more comfortable than any built-in laptop keyboard. It's softer and the keys are well spaced, reducing the likelihood of mistakes. At the same time, long keys like the spacebar, Enter and Shift press very accurately. Overall, working with the YK75 keyboard is an absolute pleasure. By the way, you can use this keyboard not only for work, but also for gaming. The white backlight creates the right ambience for video games. The keyboard works in 3 modes: wired, Bluetooth and wire radio signal. The package even includes a 2.4 GHz radio signal receiver. When not in use, it can be stored in the bottom of the keyboard. For me personally, Bluetooth is optimal for work, and it even seems like the keyboard lasts a bit longer in this mode, leaving one USB port on my laptop free. This is critical for me since my 2017 MacBook Pro has only 4 USB Type-C ports. Moreover, on macOS, I can see the remaining battery life of the keyboard, which is very convenient. Another great feature of this keyboard is the ability to pair with 3 devices and quickly switch between them, for example, if you use an iPad or other devices in addition to your laptop. Now let's talk about battery life. How long does a single charge last? With heavy use, 8 to 10 hours a day with backlighting, it lasts about 4 to 5 days. For me, this is more than enough, especially since I always have a USB Type-C cable on my desk and I can charge the keyboard anytime without interrupting my work. It takes about 2 hours to fully charge. You can plug it in at the end of your workday and it'll be ready to go in the morning. There is one more detail I can't overlook: the PBT keycaps. These keys are excellent and I really like them, but they are so dense and have such thick walls that the backlight does not shine through them, meaning the letters and symbols on the keys aren't illuminated. The backlighting is only visible between the keys. So, working in complete darkness isn't very comfortable unless you can touch type or know the key positions by heart. However, since most of the keys are white with black letters and symbols, there's decent contrast when illuminated by the monitor, so I wouldn't call this a downside, just a unique characteristic of the keyboard. Now let's discuss the keycaps in more detail. There are 2 main materials for making keys. The first is ABS plastic. This material can fade over time, and the printed letters and symbols will eventually wear off. These keys are used in most budget keyboards, as well as in some expensive mechanical keyboards. The second material is PBT plastic. This plastic is much more durable, it doesn't fade under sunlight and doesn't wear out over time. Most custom keycaps are made from PBT plastic. It's an excellent material, and the YK75 keyboard has these PBT keycaps. This is an important factor when choosing a keyboard. As for the key layout, I had to get used to the absence on the function key on the left side. Usually, all Apple keyboards have 4 keys in the bottom left corner, followed by the spacebar. The YK75, like most mechanical keyboards, only has 3 keys. I'm used to using the function key on the left side, for example, to bring up the emoji panel. So I have to gradually retrain myself to press the function key on the right side. For some, this could be a critical factor when choosing a keyboard. I'd love to hear what keyboard you use. Write in the comments what model you have and how you feel about mechanical keyboards. I'd be very interested to read your opinion. As for me, I'm thrilled with my first budget mechanical keyboard, and yes, I know it's a clone of the popular Newfie Air 75 keyboard. I might get that one someday, but it's 4 times more expensive. As for the keyboard of my dreams, that will be the K-No-B. I hope one day I'll be able to get my hands on this low-profile mechanical keyboard and make a review for you. In the meantime, you can buy and download wallpapers for your phone, inspired by this magnificent keyboard from Work Louder. You can find the link to these wallpapers in the description box. As for today's YK75 keyboard, if you've been wanting to buy a mechanical keyboard but were put off by the high prices, then this budget keyboard is the perfect option for you. There is hardly anything to criticize about it, it works so well and looks so beautiful. I get a great deal of tactile and aesthetic pleasure from using the YK75 keyboard. All in all, I think it's hard to find something better for the price of 40 euros. Just a reminder, you can buy this keyboard on AliExpress with free shipping. The link to this keyboard is in the description box. Sending a mechanical hello to everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.